Well, I think an interesting thing that's happened on this album that hasn't happened before is I wrote like a musical theme, an instrumental song that's gonna run its way through the album in a few different ways and hopefully tie things together musically.
Me, I cut my fingers on many broken hearts. Somehow it seems I never had enough. And the blues don't bother me, 'cause I've had so many times before, you see. So I'm used to hanging around the blues. They are used to me.
I really never know what's going to happen when we get everybody in the room and start making music, and that's just such a thrill to me to watch, where these things that are written in the early morning hours in a little room in my basement, how they kind of take off and are breathed into life by Steve and all the other wonderful players here.
The band was playing the old Alberta Waltz.
I find that space after you wake up before the reality of the world kind of sets in on you is a great time for creativity. So I do my best to draw inspiration from as many different and unusual places as I can. There's been a lot of great love songs written over the years that I'll never touch, but you know, not so many circus songs, so it's a good place to try to start. So I wrote a song about a woman who was in the circus in Paris and around the turn of the last century, and it was interesting how this woman's life went from the excitement of the heady days when the circus was the biggest game in town to, by the time that she was ready to pack it in, the circus had packed it in too. And you know, living in the circus, you could imagine there's probably a good story happens every 5 minutes.
I left my heart in the circus. Yeah, that's where it's living still. By the gasp of the crowd, used to live brave and proud. Risked our skin to pay our bills. Started dancing in the big cat cage when I was only 17. The thrill and a little gin is how they drew me in. Guess I've been there ever since. Fire in our bellies then, ice blood in our veins. 3 rings, 1 full heart. God, those were the days.
It's a real thrill to play with such a wonderful bunch of people. Steve Dawson, of course, is producing and playing the guitar and the pedal steel. Jeremy Holmes is playing the bass and the mandolin. Gary Craig is playing the drums and percussion. Chris Jestrin is playing the piano and organ and all kinds of wonderful, wild stuff in his corner. And Sheldon Zaharko, too, who's doing all the engineering. And they're just such wonderfully talented and adventurous musicians, and it's truly the thrill of a lifetime to get to make music with them, so it's been great.
Best one I think there's ever been. foreman calls me Albert Nelson, but my name is Albert King. Sure, I can make them big cats growl. I can make a guitar sing.